Too.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling like summer, but maybe by the end of the 7-day forecast feels a little bit more like back to school and fall for you. I'll show you that 7-day coming up. Right now, as we take a look at our headlines, we're still tracking the warmth and the humidity for us today, and also some storms that will be more numerous as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. Right now, watching this little shower continue to bumble up, more so of a downpour just near Lakeville, but you can see the nature of this. It's not a quick mover, and there are storms that do pop up today could be slow moving. So we zoom out for a wide picture of what's going on. You can see more numerous showers and storms closer to this front. It's this front that continues to slide south and east today, and that's going to continue to trigger those showers and storms. You look off to the west on the other side of the front, and you see more comfortable air in place with dew points in the 50s and 60s, while we're sitting near 70 degrees for our dew points, so some much more comfortable and drier air is about to work in over the next 24 hours. Because there's so much moisture in the atmosphere, there is still that risk for excessive rainfall again today. Yesterday, some towns picked up about 2 inches of rain or more, and I do think that could be the case yet again today. So it's really favoring eastern Mass and then down across the southeast portion of the state where you see that green shading. I'll walk you through our future forecast. Now, yesterday, this model had a pretty good handle on what ended up happening, so I think it'll do a pretty good job once again today. Once we get to 2 o'clock, there's some more showers and storms that start to pop up and becoming more numerous as we go toward the late afternoon and into the early evening. Again, you can see here, it really favors the eastern portion of our state. As we go through the evening and that front continues to slide down to the south and east, that's where you're going to see more of the shower and storm activity really favor. And then once we get past 10 p.m., then that threat is going to diminish. But if you get under one of these storms, the biggest risk here is going to be that threat for some torrential downpours and some localized urban flooding. So we look at our current temperatures. Yes, it's warm out there, low 80s for a lot of us, and it feels a little bit warmer when you factor in that humidity. Right now, not a whole lot of wind, and that's going to be the case into this afternoon. High temperatures could still climb if we get a little bit more sunshine, but those clouds really have been winning out for most of us, at least closer to Boston. Mid to upper 80s for highs for us today, closer to 80 degrees again across the Cape. Tomorrow, all of us closer to 80 degrees, so much cooler, a drop in temperatures. Then we're back up in the mid 80s for Saturday, and then by Sunday, we're near 90 for some of us, and the humidity is creeping back in yet again. As we get an update on the tropics, here's the latest update coming in from 11 o'clock this morning. So Tropical Storm Erin continues to strengthen now, maximum sustained winds at 60 miles per hour as it continues to move west at 17 miles per hour. It's expected to become a hurricane tomorrow. And then as we get into the weekend, it makes this shift that continues to be more northwesterly, and it's going to enter these waters that have warmer water temperatures. And so that's going to allow it to strengthen to possibly a Category 3 storm as we head through the weekend into next week. Then you can see the consensus with a lot of these models continues to keep it away from the southeast coast. So we'll continue to watch this. Likely into next week, we could have some rough surf and rip currents along our part of the East Coast. Now, as we look at the 7-day forecast going forward, not a whole lot of opportunity for some storms. Next chance likely arrives with a cold front coming in Sunday evening.
Last couple of days.
Yeah, that humidity, though, could lead to some storms later today. Let's get to meteorologist Melanie Black with a check of the forecast.
Yeah, it still feels warm out there. Current temperatures ranging mainly in the low 80s, some upper 80s, Nashua to Fitchburg, 83 currently in Boston, but you factor in that humidity, and it does feel warmer for us. Currently feels like 92 in Nashua, feels like 89 in Fitchburg, feels like 87 for a lot of us. And you see those dew points right near that tropical range, the upper 60s, low 70s, so there's a lot of moisture there. And we're just going to wring out some of that moisture today. We have the potential for some excessive rainfall highlighted here by the Weather Prediction Center. The risk of flash flooding, it's a level 1 out of 4, but still there, especially across eastern Mass and down across southeast Mass as well. You look at our current radar and satellite, and for the most part, it's fairly quiet, but we zoom in a little bit closer, and you can see this little area that's starting to bubble up more. So you have a downpour just near Lakeville, and as we get into the afternoon, we have more of a chance to see more of those torrential downpours. So as we get to, say, 2 o'clock, I think that's when we'll start to see more of these showers and storms start to pop up. As we get to 4 o'clock, here you can see more of that activity. Again, you can see it mainly favoring eastern Mass and then down across the southeastern portion of our state. As the front continues to slide down to the southeast, that threat for more of those storms, I think, is going to shift down across southeast Mass this evening. And then once we get to tonight, things are really going to change, and we'll usher in a nicer air mass for the rest of the work week. We'll talk more about that forecast heading into the weekend coming up.
Well, 7 News now.